Hey, Coach Anthony Williams here, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. I'm back once again with another Spotlight podcast that we have. We are a company based here in Austin, Texas, and we are focused on using technology to help student athletes successfully transition from high school to college and then into a career once football is over. We've got another exciting prospect with us on the podcast tonight. He is a class of 22 quarterback here locally out of Pflugerville Weiss. Dior Bradfield, 5'9", 160, really strong GPA of 3.7. You can see you'll get his Twitter name here in a little bit. I've seen Dior kind of come up through Weiss and seen him play this year so far. I watched his video. He will be an exciting prospect to keep an eye on for class of 22 for you coaches out there looking for a athletic quarterback. Dior, with all that, let's jump in. How are you doing this evening?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm looking forward to hearing your story in more detail. Watch the video, but the video is only half the story. I'm looking forward to hearing about you as a student athlete and your family and everything else. Let's just jump right in. Obviously, the first thing you know that college coaches look at is the GPA. You got the strong 3.7 GPA. Tell us about the importance that you put on your academics.
I put a lot of importance on my academics because without having good grades, you can't get into college in the first place. And the first thing, coaches are going to look at your grades. So I take real leadership into on my grades and staying on top of that.
Yeah, no, that's a great mentality to have. The one thing I say is that your academics should be beyond football because they're going to open a lot more options for you in life once football is over. So I'm glad to hear that you got serious focus on that. Tell us about your work ethic when it comes to academics. What do you do as far as managing your time to make sure you keep your GPA so high?
First is in the morning we have practice. After practice, I really don't do any other stuff. Then I make sure I'm doing all my schoolwork first. I want to get all my schoolwork done. So I'm not rushing to get things done. So I'm making sure I'm putting all my effort into getting my schoolwork done before I do anything else with my free time.
It's a great response. We're in this pandemic still. We're kind of some virtual, some online. Tell us, where are you right now at Weiss? Are you at school physically, or are you still doing online virtual learning?
Right now, I'm still doing virtual learning online.
Okay. And how is that? I mean, well, let me ask you, do you prefer being in class, or are you okay with the virtual learning so far?
I'm okay with the virtual learning. I like doing it because it's helped me get ready for college because I know that I'm going to be on the road a lot, so I'm going to have to be doing a lot of online work during college. So I'm trying to get used to it now.
It's a great mentality because, I mean, to be honest, we don't know if next year if we're not going to do the same thing. So it's good that you're getting that mindset now. Tell us, what are some of your favorite subjects in school that drive that strong GPA?
Right now, probably physics, science. I like learning a lot about science and behind all that type of stuff there.
Okay. Are there any teachers at Weiss that you want to shout out that's helped make learning fun that you want to shout out right now?
One, yes, my physics teacher, Miss Guilford, and also Miss Neves. She actually taught me at Hendrickson, and she is now at Weiss now. And she's one of my favorite teachers all time.
Okay, great. I'm gonna let you shout them out. Tell me, one of the things we talk about is work ethic in the classroom and in the football room. Tell us, what kind of a work ethic do you have? What kind of behavior do you have in the classroom setting?
I'm more of a quiet kid. I like to pay attention and make sure that I'm focusing on myself, getting all my work done. And basically just I like to listen to the teachers. And if I have questions, I'm not scared to ask, even if, I think it may be dumb to some people. I want to make sure that I have everything down for me.
Okay, makes sense. And then tell us, do you have an idea? I know you're still 2 years away from college, but do you have an idea what you might want to major in when you get to college?
Probably kinesiology. Want to major there.
Okay, good stuff. Tell us also, when it comes to your grades, I mean, what are things that you're doing to help some of your teammates that maybe that don't have the strong GPA that you have? Are you helping them with their classes? Are you tutoring some of them? What are you doing to help your teammates get to the better GPA?
Yeah, I'm definitely helping, asking them, making sure that they have everything they didn't know, or if they don't know something, I like to try to help them, teach them, on how to do it. I can show them or I can explain to them. However, like whatever fits them. I do like to help my teammates to making sure they're passing all of their classes again and get a good GPA too.
Okay, good stuff. And then, when you get to college and even probably now at Weiss, I'm sure, but when you do struggle in a certain class, are you okay with getting help? Because in college, there's all kinds of resources to help student athletes be successful, but you have to take advantage of it. Are you okay asking for help when you're struggling in a really hard class?
Yes, yeah. Like with a couple of my teachers, I email them asking for extra help, or I'm staying after some of the Zooms sometimes, making sure that I'm getting everything down, or I'm going before Zoom starts to making sure that I'm getting the help I need.
Good stuff. Good to hear. Let's switch to learning about you more personally as a person here. Tell us about your family, mom and dad. What do they do? Are you the only child? Are you the oldest, youngest? Give us a little bit about the Bradfield family.
Uh, no, I actually have three brothers. With two of them have moved out now, and I have a younger brother that is at Seal that plays receiver. So me and him now, since everyone else is gone, it's just me and him. Uh, we've bonded more together. We play football, like we go in the backyard, play football together. We talk more. And then with my mom now, with everything going on, she's now staying at home and working. So uh, I get to spend more time with her and be with her more also.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. I think a lot of us who are affected by this pandemic have reconnected to people that we love and our friends in a better way with all the distractions and stuff that we had before. So there are some positives that are coming out of this COVID-19 environment. Tell us a little bit about when you're not working out and you're not practicing or playing football, what do you like to do when you do have some free time? Do you have any hobbies? Do you like to fish? Do you like to hunt? What do you like to do in your spare time?
Uh, I like to be on the PS4 with my friends. I like to play video games.
Okay. And then obviously, what video are you a Madden guy? You a 2K guy? Call of Duty, Fortnite? What is your game?
Madden. I like to play Madden.
Okay. And then the obvious question: Are you giving L's? Or are you taking L's?
Giving L's. I'm giving out L's.
Okay. Everybody says the same thing. That's great. I like that. Hey, tell us. Social media is a big part of recruiting. Dior, as you know, college coaches are out there because they can't bring students on campus or prospects on campus. What are you putting out there? What do you want your social media presence to say about you? What kind of image are you trying to put out there about yourself?
That basically that I'm a leader. I'm respectful, and that like basically like I like to present myself as a respectful young man and stuff and things like that.
Okay. And then are you also using it kind of as your recruiting tool? I mean, you're putting information out there about yourself and
Hmm.
your grades and highlight video and workouts, those kind of things?
Yes, yes. Twitter. Yeah, I use that a lot. Send out my highlight videos, my huddle, my grades, things like that. Definitely using that as a tool to
Okay.
promote myself.
And then you're connecting with college coaches and following them and letting them know how you're doing, right?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. To also tell us, I call these my favorite questions. So, what is your favorite when it's your turn? When your mom says, "Dior, what do you want for dinner?" What's your favorite food? What are they having?
Uh, I like to have seafood. I'm a seafood type guy. I love
Okay,
seafood.
me too. What kind specifically? You a shrimp guy, salmon, lobster, crab? Which one are you?
Um, Crab and shrimp.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I like it. All right. Tell us, what is your favorite all-time football movie?
All time football movie. Uh, I have a lot, but actually, like one of my all time, I like the movie Concussion because that's
Okay.
something that a lot of people are going through, and it teaches you behind the afterlife of football. So I really like the movie Concussion.
You are the first student athlete that I've interviewed that's mentioned that movie. Everybody's been Remember the Titans, Blindside.
Mhm.
You're the first one. It is a really good movie. It does talk about the kind of the other side of football that we need to be aware of as players and coaches.
Mhm.
So I commend you on that. And then lastly, what's your favorite cup of music? What you like to listen to, and do you have a favorite artist?
I like to listen to all kinds of music. One of my favorite artists is probably Little Baby. He's probably one of my favorites I like to listen to.
Okay. And then, are you a big shoe guy? How's your shoe game looking? Are you a big? You got a nice collection or no?
Hmm. Yeah, I got a pretty nice collection. Yeah, my favorite pairs are Nikes. I like to wear Nike Air Maxes, Vapor
Yep.
Maxes, like those. Yes, sir.
Okay. Good stuff. And then I call this my dream scenario question. Let's say you have 4 great years in college and you find yourself in New York City at the NFL draft. Who is sitting at your table waiting for the commissioner to call your name with you?
Definitely my mom and dad. I have my siblings with me, and then uh, depending like I'll probably my college coaches will be with me, probably and then probably my coach from high school right now, or
Okay.
Coach Hughes, Coach Van Meter will be there with me.
All right. Another thing that coaches also want to know about their prospects is what are they doing to give back to their community? Obviously, it's a blessing to play and coach this game, and it's good that we give back to those that cheer us on Fridays or Saturdays. What are you doing to give back? Are you part of a church? Are you doing some nonprofit work? What are you doing to give back in the Pflugerville community?
I like to a thing that me and my dad do sometimes is that we go to feed the homeless downtown with a group with my dad. He has a youth organization, so with them we go downtown and feed the homeless pizza and food, whatever they need help with.
That's
Go down
awesome.
there and help them.
Okay, good to hear. Good to hear. And then tell us, you mentioned the kinesiology earlier. When football's over, whenever that is, after a pro career, after college, what do you want your life to look like, personally and professionally?
Uh, Personally, I like to, of course, like after football, I think to have a good football career, and then after that, I want to be able to help other kids out and be like a mentor to them, help them like get through school sports, and then be able to teach them things that I've learned as I've been playing my years and being like a personal trainer and helping kids out that way.
Okay, I like it. Entrepreneur, I like that. Hey, let's switch over to recruiting here before we let you get back to your evening. How would your teammates describe you as a teammate?
Hardworking, a leader, vocal, and really like to make sure everyone like knows what's going on.
Okay, good stuff. And then as you're now, you're in your junior year here. Tell us, what do you consider your strengths as a quarterback, and what are some of the things you're working on during this season?
One of my strengths is very smart in that I've been learning to read defenses, so I easily can see what the defense is doing before the plays even started. Um, like I said, real smart, and then the connection I have with my receivers. Things that I'm working on is one is my speed because I'm not very big and strong like that, so I need to work on my speed some more, and then really my developing of having a stronger arm.
Okay. Coach, you're 5'9", 160 now. I'll just ask the question without seeing your mom and dad and what their height is. What do you think your height and weight will be by the time you graduate from Weiss?
Uh, Hopefully, probably I think I'll probably be able to around 5'11", then probably definitely trying to get my weight up too, which that can be more from weightlifting and things like that.
Okay. How tall is your mom and dad, just for the record? Because I know coaches will ask. That's what I used to always ask.
My dad is 5'11" right now, and then my mom is probably around 5'5".
Okay. And then height in your family, grandparents, uncles, anybody else over 6 foot or no?
Um, yes, my oldest brother, he's actually 6'2", and then
Okay.
my older brother, he's 5'11" also.
Okay. You play the toughest position in football, the quarterback position. People say it gets too much credit when the team wins, and too much blame when it loses. How do you handle the highs and lows of playing the quarterback at the high school level?
Like you said, when we win, people say that we may get too much credit when we lose, that we get too much. I like to just stay neutral, and if we lose, and I know that's my part, I'll take the blame or whatever. Like I'm fine with taking blame that, and then when we win and do good, I like to give my teammates props. That it's not all because of me. That I can't do anything without my line up front or my receivers making plays like that. So I do good with either having the heat or giving too much praise. I'm fine with both of those.
Okay. The other thing about the quarterback position is you have to not just know your position, but you have to know everybody else's receivers, running backs, linemen. Are you a film guy, and how do you maintain knowledge of every other position on offense?
Yes, I'm a big film guy. Me and my OC Coach Hughes, we watch film before practice, before everyone's in, and then after practice, we stay and watch film. And like I said, I just whenever we're watching, I'm making sure that as we're learning new plays, that I'm looking at everyone else's and we're going through what they have to do, so I know exactly what that a left guard may have to do on this play, or what our outside receiver is doing on this play. Even if it's a run play, that our receivers still need to know what they have, just in case we want to check out of something, and they need to
Yeah.
know what they're doing on every single play too.
One of the things that really impressed me when I watched your video was how, as a former linebacker myself and stuff, I like how you move the defense with your eyes. Every back seven on defense is taught in zone, read the quarterback's eyes. And I watched a few of your clips, and I love how you say, okay, I'm looking to my left to try and move that safety, and then I'm going to go back and throw the right. When did you start to learn that process? Because that's something that even at the high school, college, and pro level, some quarterbacks just don't do. How did you learn that so early?
Really, I learned that through youth football. I was taught in training there that I control the defense with my eyes, like you said. So if I want to come to the right, that I need to look off the safety on my left to the left, and then flip my hips back or whatever, and then throw the ball to the right side over there. So that's something that I've learned pretty young at a young age.
Okay, good stuff. There I always say there's two types of players. There are those type of players that kind of wait to the game to turn on the light switch and let me show you guys on Friday night. And there's players who are like, I love to practice and get ready and go through the reps and then shine on Friday night. Which one are you?
I like to take every single practice rep as it is game time. So I love to making sure that every single play in practice is just like it is on Friday night, because like to me, I feel like what you put in through practice, what you're going to get on Friday night. Like if you're just going half through practice through the weekday, you can't just expect to come on Friday night and then just have things click like that. So I try to make sure that everyone on the team is taking practice rep 100%.
Good stuff. I like it. It's a great response. We also talk about, who you look up to as a quarterback and a player. Is there a college or NFL quarterback that you look up to that you're trying to pattern your game off of?
Favorite quarterback, Deshaun Watson. I like to play my game off him.
Okay. What is it about his game that you're trying to integrate into yours?
That he's good at extending plays, and that he doesn't necessarily run the ball unless he needs to, and that like you said, he extend plays, so he can make something out of nothing. If the line crashed down on him, he can escape, be able to keep his eyes downfield and still make a throw to keep the play going on.
Yeah, great example. No, that's a great example of the quarterback you should definitely pattern yourself off of. Last couple of questions here. We'll let you go. One thing coaches talk about in college is players overcoming adversity. Tell us about a time in your life, either personally or dealing with sports, that you had to overcome some type of adversity.
One of the biggest things recently, I would say this past game Thursday night, was that I got hurt 2 times in the game, and to start off, we were losing 28-7, and I was dealing with a rib problem, and it was hard for me to breathe, and I had to deal with that of just knowing that we needed to try to win this game. So I stayed in, and then after halftime, after we're losing, we end up coming back and tied the game up, and then I got hurt again. That take me out the game, and I knew that I had to keep fighting to making sure that our team continue to play, and then we ended up losing by 1 point, but it was just a big adversity for me, knowing that I was hurt and I had to continue to come back in and keep battling with my teammates.
It was an outstanding game, by the way. I was there watching that. It was very impressive, and I did see you come back and show. They talk about toughness, but the fact that you could have easily just said, "Hey, coach, I'm done. I don't want to get hurt anymore and lose the rest of my season." You kept fighting and battling, and that's something that a lot of college coaches love. So I respect it of you. Tell me a little bit about, you're a good athlete. You have good size, quickness, and ability. What other sports do you play at Weiss?
Baseball. I play center field. And then I can't play middle infield, but my main position there is center field and outfield.
Okay. I just, obviously a big baseball guy. My son played baseball at Arizona State. I'm a big Mookie Betts fan. Is that somebody you kind of pad your game off of? Because he was amazing during the World Series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm from LA, so I'm a Dodgers fan too. So yes, I was pumped to get Mookie Betts.
Okay. All right. Hey, so lastly, we finish up here. Let's talk about recruiting a little bit. I know you're still early, just a junior now, but who have you heard from? Who do you want to hear from? And tell us what's been your recruiting experience so far.
Uh, it's this year. It's really starting to pick up. A couple colleges have been following me, texting me. Texas A&M, Kingsville, Trinity, Sam Houston Baptist. A couple schools that I've been reaching out to me, and I've
Good
been
stuff.
talking to.
No, those are all good programs. You got Division II champions there. You got Trinity, really strong program down in San Antonio. I know all the coaches there. I'll definitely make sure we get this video in front of them so they can get to know you as a person and student athlete. So that's good to hear. We'll definitely take care of that. Lastly, coaches love coaching players that have a really strong competitive nature. Tell these coaches how competitive you are as a player.
I'm very competitive in everything I do. Whether it's just like me out like playing football with my little brother for fun. I want to win everything. And like just on the football field, I said that I want to like for me, it's the team that we're playing against. You want to beat them every single play. Like I said, I'm really competitive. So like I said, I take everything serious. Like even with grades, I want to make sure that I have the best grades out of my brother. We battle see who can get more A's or whatever like that, and we have bets like that. So I'm very competitive.
Good stuff. Hey, last question. We'll finish up here. We talked about the elevator pitch, business term that we use to give somebody an overview of whether they want to invest in your company or even hire you. Take these last 15 to 30 seconds and tell these coaches why they should recruit you and what you're going to bring to their program if they do.
That I'm a really good leader and that I like to push everyone. I like to make sure everyone knows what they're doing. And also, you're going to get a hard working in the schoolroom and someone that can be a great example of the program inside the building with the teachers and everything, and making sure everyone else is being a good example for everyone else.
Great. That's an awesome elevator pitch. Dior, I'm excited for your future. You definitely played well in that last game. I'm looking forward to seeing you come up here in the spring and summer evaluation. Hopefully we can get back to having combines and camps and things like that. And maybe I can get you down to the national combine here coming up. But continue to work hard, continue to keep those grades up, and make good decisions. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out to me, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you.
right. Have
Thank
a
you for
great
having me
evening.
on the show.
No, you're welcome. Thanks,
You
Dior.
too. Thank you.